So far, the crew has cleared every hurdle naysayers have placed in their way. Columbus would be home to one of the 10 inaugural teams. Columbus has outperformed much larger cities. The true success indicator has been from the fans. Well, it's
Hello and welcome to the club. I'm your host Mars, and this is the Upper 90 Club, a roundtable podcast where five friends hate the Blatz Beer Company. On this episode, we are going to review the first League's Cup match against St. Louis that we played this morning.
We have no idea. Still being played?
It could still be getting underway. Also, the Crew 2 is playing. Are they playing right now? Or are they waiting to play?
They're trying
right now?
to play, but it's storming.
Yeah,
still storming. Biblical storms in Columbus last 24 hours. So we're going to talk about that game. We're going to talk Murica coming up in a week. And if Crew 2 play, maybe we'll have a recap. We'll see. And I hope we're going to get an update on the Universal Cube Championship that happened last week.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who was missing last week from the Blatz episode. It's like, wait, who was it? I keep forgetting you're an international superstar.
Are you well, champ?
So with me in the club are Ben, Mort, Trey, and Haas. Say hi, guys.
Cube.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello. I think the headline is that.
So Tracy was struck by lightning, and we're worried he's a little bit behind. So we're not entirely sure. He might be like powdered.
Ben's talking about how Trey is a solid 6 or 7 seconds delayed. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's not unlike the game. He's doing it in solidarity with the rain delay from last night.
Yes.
He's 3.5 hours behind us. So whatever you hear his comments,
buckle up, listeners.
Mort, you went right for some amount of time.
Yeah.
Didn't you bring everybody in your family? Everybody.
Yeah. We talked some friends of ours to come with us to the game too. So they bought tickets for 4 people.
Ex-friends.
And then we went to the game. Took all 4. Waited there, went through a few $100 in food and beer.
You had your kids.
Yeah,
right?
kids and wife, and Stacy's already gets stressed out by going to these games with a lot of people, and here we're standing underneath with people everywhere.
Super spreader.
To try to eat some hot chicken takeover, sitting on the ground, the kids dropping stuff. This was awesome. No, but we made the best of it, but we pulled out of there right before 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because even if you start,
it's gonna be 1 o'clock.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah. And actually this whole thing made me kind of flash back to when we used to play music and start playing at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It's why did anyone come to see show? You couldn't get me to stay up. I couldn't stay up till 1 a.m.
But it's not like that anymore.
Start a show.
Post-COVID, it's not
Everyone
like that.
got old.
That is a great segue. For anybody that wants to go out to a show on Thursday, my band Minnows is playing at Ace of Cups with some, I can't remember the name of the
other
bands.
bands.
There's 2 other bands.
What time are you going to play?
I think we go on at 9 now because the main, everybody's done at midnight or before.
Okay. All right.
Which is awesome because the shows now, because I remember back in the day, it's the high 5 shows. Do you remember those?
You start at 1.
We started at 1:30 once on a 6-band bill.
Yeah.
And I can't even.
Crazy. Is Ray Ray's still out back there?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Good sound system too. Who did I just? I saw no pressure there. It's good.
Okay.
It's a good play.
All right. So the game was 4 hours delayed. We got that covered. Haas, let's hear about the Cube tournament. Can you fill us in?
Yeah, the Cube Nationals in Eau Claire, Wisconsin was fun. It was a 124 team tournament with 72 pitches.
That's all the teams in the world, right? Everyone competes.
It's just the first 124 teams to sign up that compete in the tournament.
Totally legit.
Okay.
So what'd you
All right.
place?
And my sister's boyfriend has a team with a few locals there and some friends from around Salt Lake. And they had a friend in Columbus cancel. They asked me to come up. We found
Ringer.
the time. We did not do well, but we did play some teams that made it very far into the tournament. So it made us feel a little bit better about getting stomped. But it was a good time.
Do they have like a rule if you get skunked, you have to streak around the cube thing?
Well, we didn't get skunked. We got stomped.
Oh.
It's a technical term.
Not technical.
I don't
not
speak your
technical.
Did you have
Cube
yellow and
language.
red cards? Did you get a warning? Anything
Nope.
fun?
No,
Does it
boy.
get out of hand?
Sergio
Plenty of-
Blanco wasn't there?
Plenty of drinking starting at, those
Anybody
teams that
angry?
drink.
Can you drink while you play?
Yeah.
Do you have to drink? You have to hold like a beer.
No,
crate? Is it
there
one
are
of those,
teams
like,
there are teams that refuse to drink because they take it very seriously.
you're
but
not
Anyone
one of
drinking
those
Blatz up there?
Not that I noticed.
days. Good.
Hams. Only hams.
Success.
They do like very standard beer there is what I found. Not much of the fancy craft beer scene up there.
I'd fit right in.
Okay. Well, this has been a good promotion for our show here. So follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Upper 90 Club Pod. And watch clips of us trying to synchronize our audio on YouTube at Upper 90 Club. Okay. Let's talk St. Louis, guys. Nice start. Let's talk about the weird lineup there in the back. Haas, tell us about the changes and we can start talking about the game.
Yeah, so Bush came in and started in goal.
Run of the mill beers.
Amundsen, Zawadzki, Vallecilla in the back. Then Yeboah, Morris, Nagby, Farsi, Zelrayan, Ramirez, and Cucho. So a little bit of a rotation of the team. I thought it was really weird that Vallecilla was not in the center and Zawadzki was, but
Probably a good thing.
yeah.
Good thing because Vallecilla was
Can't pass the ball.
It's shaky.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but he's also like very much left-footed left center back, and he was playing on the right. And I felt like that had a lot to do with him trying to like play the ball, like, period. I just that's a really random like outside backs.
Yeah.
You know, like Vallecilla should never be anywhere but the left side, and like Amundsen's like they're both so heavily left-footed. It's just like seemed like super weird.
And the Bush at goal, was that just a rotation thing? Getting the guys some minutes? Yeah.
But the weird thing is Schulte is from St. Louis, right? Like, so was that his like what am I looking for? Like the team he started with? Like is that Donald St. Louis?
Yeah, I come to find out something because I did check in with my coach to say, hey, is Junior coming out? But then he was on the plane to San Jose to play for San Luis 2 out there instead. But then he asked, how about his buddy, Schulte? How is he doing? Because they're friends. So I gave him an update that he's
very good.
Pretty popular around here right now. So he's doing well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what do you guys think? All right, we scored quick, and I'd like to talk about the goal, but first 10 minutes...
the first 2 minutes, it was scary. That shot they had, like right off the jump, where it's that same thing where anytime there's like, a dead ball and we have to like figure out where we're supposed to be, it's like deer in the headlights. And they had one that they probably should have put away in the first 30 seconds more.
Yeah, and they also did that thing I talked about a little bit last week. They're very straightforward, down over the top, running behind with some fast players. It's not always suited to us. There was a couple of times they burned us. They were like flying past our back line and had a couple of opportunities there. So
maybe I was blinking or something. I felt completely unthreatened by that team.
And no, it was the first 10 minutes. And after that,
it was.
I was never nervous until we let up, at the very end. But
and it was like 3 minutes. I think I counted a total of maybe 10 minutes where I was kind of like, I'm not so sure. And the rest was like unbelievable domination. This game reminded me we went into it and they're first in the West, right? And
Correct.
they're a really, really good team. Like they are.
But did they
very, very
rotate
good.
also? I'm not familiar with their starting lineup enough to know how much of a rotation they had.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, a little bit, right? I mean, I think
Goalie.
Stroud maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, they have Klaus out, but they had
But
their
also-
heavy hitters in.
64% possession for the Crew, 428 accurate passes to 200. It was just a dominant game.
This felt to me like the 2020 finals when we played Seattle, and it was just like, all right, so Seattle's really good, and we know like St. Louis is really good, and we went out and just completely controlled the game except for like 5 minutes. Like
Well,
we made them look
also
ridiculous. Like we could have had 5 goals.
Yeah, something, I mean, they mentioned on the broadcast, but we are number 1 in the league in terms of possession, and St. Louis is last in the league in terms of possession. So they're truly only, not only, but they really rely on the counters.
Counter.
Okay.
Multiple.
So let's talk about the goal. It came from gave up a set piece. I can't remember how that set piece came about, but
Probably fouling Nagby because that's all they did all game. Foul Nagby the entire time. I'm like, what? I mean, I kept thinking like screaming for a yellow card, but it's like,
I want to say it was Morris that got fouled on that occasion, but I could be wrong. But Nagby, yes, got fouled 100 times.
yeah. So Haas, do that recap for that goal, and we could talk about it.
Yeah, I just have the goal portion. I didn't get a chance to rewatch, and honestly, I fell asleep during the second half. So I've seen highlights of the second half. But it was Zelarayan with a free kick from just right of center from about 20 yards out. He takes it with his right foot up and over the wall to the keeper's left. Weird thing was right before he took the kick, one of the St. Louis defenders was on the post, like would have been able to stop the shot, and he ran away from the post.
absolute Benny Hill.
Well, no. I think maybe this is just obvious and I'm going to state it, but it looked like that guy was trying to time the kick and do like an offside trap for somebody who was like on the far post. Does that sound right? So like I don't remember who it was, but I think we had a player over there on the other post, and he ran out, and like it looked to me like he was like, okay, I'm going to catch this guy off, and he's not going to be able to receive a pass. But like Lucas would not have passed the ball. And then my favorite part was that he then went and joined the wall, but left a gap just big enough to provide Lucas a window to thread a blind ball through and just drain it in the net. It was hilarious. And
I thought he was like 4 feet to the left of the wall. Like he was so out of position once he ran away.
I'm watching it now. It doesn't make any sense. The whole thing's real weird.
Because the free kick,
maybe I gave him too much credit.
Because it doesn't go very high. It's a very low free kick to go over the wall. I was thinking this is not going to go anywhere.
He just passes around. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
He saw it and he's like, wait, what? Are they really gonna? All right, I'm just gonna kick it. It's like complete. I'm telling you, it's Benny. Looks like Nagby. Yeah, it was Nagby that got fouled. Oh man,
Of course it was.
Awesome.
And it's a yellow card foul. Get out of my face. Yeah. So there was nobody offside that he was trying to pull off.
All right.
It just looked like he was like, I'm a soccer player. I totally forgot. And then just ran up. It's real goofy, but hey, man, best Argentinian free kick shot of the match day, right? He didn't miss it.
Yeah, it was good. So it's quick sidebar. I did go back to rewatch today, and I had to scroll through like 7 pages of Messi to get to the Columbus Crew.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
It's too
I was
much.
wondering whether
overkill.
I even was like in the wrong screen or if I had clicked on like something a layer too deep or something. But they're making you scroll, man.
Like,
get down to the Crew.
Yeah.
It's too much hype for just okay. He's in the league. Great. It'll be fun to watch him.
Yeah,
But every single article doesn't have to be about him.
Did you guys see the Adidas thing where there's like a barge that has him on the side and then they like dye the water pink, and there's a helicopter they bring them on. Have you not seen that? All right, I'll try to post this tomorrow
Traditions
on Twitter or X.
Is this gonna be in the tradition reel? Like, we've always had Messi on a barge, and we always paint
off the barge comes a helicopter to land on 2 semis with Jean-Claude Van Damme catching the helicopter.
And then we paint the entire Atlantic Ocean pink.
Where is the money coming from? Whatever.
It's coming from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So, all right. So then after that, we took control, right? I mean, that's what you were saying. And it just was totally one-sided. I think it was around half where I thought to look it up. There were 0 shots on goal from St. Louis, and it was just totally. I just felt totally relaxed, no stress watching this game.
Yeah,
and if it wasn't for some great saves, I mean, Ramirez had one. He hits it pretty nicely. The goalie goes down.
That's a good save near post.
He has another one too later in the game as well. So those could easily been goals as well. It was, and I think even Tyler Twelveman kept talking about how exciting it is to watch Columbus, and when they're playing like this, it's like there's no other team that is better to watch, pretty much. And it's true. I mean, when they play like this and dominate, they dominate in the style they're dominating. It's so positive, which makes it extremely fun. So, like you said, it could have been a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, I want to really nail home the fact that St. Louis is a very good team, like unbelievably good, if not one of the best in MLS, and we made them look like St. Louis too. It was crazy. It was just a
Choir boys. Okay, so we got the handball penalty call in the 29th minute. I think, I mean, that was pretty obvious handball.
It was unlucky, but you can't not call it. It was out in an unnatural position.
Yep.
He had no time to react, but it was in an unnatural position.
Yeah, it was out. And it was a strike towards the goal. Like, it had to have been called as, whatever. He looks like whatever. He dyed his hair blonde, whatever. Eminem.
And then Cucho takes the PK and shoots it low into the keeper's left. He kind of waits and sees him start to go one direction and shoots it the other.
Now, doesn't Zelly normally take PKs? I know it's something where doesn't he takes a PK, he takes the PKs if it's in front of either the Nordic or the other side, right? Is that the thing? Am I crazy, or is that an Higuain thing? It was like something
you're mixing an Higuain thing up.
Okay, because I know
stadium.
That's
Kai Kamara. Kai Kamara takes the PKs.
Oh yeah, over Higuain's dead body. But he normally doesn't take the PKs, right?
Well, but who cares? I mean, mix it up a little.
I mean, I don't.
Leagues, 20,000 leagues
cup.
under the cup. Yeah, there you go.
20,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Under the cup.
This is great. We're gonna win the chalice. So then going into halftime, anything else to say? Getting to the half, like I said, I just kind of felt like unidirectional. I didn't feel like St. Louis was doing much, but anything else to mention before halftime?
Oh, solid.
No, yeah,
pretty solid. I mean, there was some scary moments at the start. Like I say, YC, I think he gave up the ball the 3 first time he touched it, but after that, he only did it every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
He did a little bit better throughout the game. I just think at this point we'll get to the new guy. Especially go ahead.
And we can talk about the players that did really well, but we could talk about that later on too. They did well in first half and in second half, and Nagby was fouled for a reason. He got fouled so many times in this game. I don't know if we have stats on it.
I gotta find the stat on that because it was like bananas.
Yeah, so he played great. we talked about having a Valencia on the right and not in the middle, and that was because Zava was huge at times. He was cleaning up a lot of those breakthrough balls to trying to be, cut straight down the middle, get a runner. They have a couple of fast guys on top there, and he cut him off really nicely and made, cut off that threat altogether. And Morris, good game, as El Rayan, great game as well. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah,
I mean, there's not many people you could say didn't play. Yeah, Morris and Nagby especially
was just their pass. The way that they were, especially Morris, the way he was able to just switch the field left and right the entire game. That is our game plan. That is our bread and butter. If you can like get it on the left side and in 2 seconds get it to the other side, like we just ran them ragged. That is when we are at our best, when we can go back and forth to find the space. And Morris did that. Like he had a couple like inch perfect passes where I was like, okay.
Do you know?
Dang,
was he the one that played the ball to Farsi up in the box? Is the 66th minute? There's a throw in. Someone crosses, like switches the field, crosses it. Farsi's in the box, heads it back, and Cucho shoots it.
That's
on
a
goal
good
and
shot.
it's saved.
Oh,
was that Morris's ball or was it Amundsen? I couldn't tell.
Amundsen wasn't bad either.
You said 66. I'm trying to pull it up here in a second, but I just think it's interesting, and I kind of want to talk about. So at this point, everybody should probably know that Degenek is gone. He went back to Red Star. We've heard grumblings of different things. It seemed like he just wasn't very happy. I thought he fit the system okay, but at this point, I don't know how you don't not start Zawa in the middle. And for everybody who's just tuning in,
people call him Zawa? Is this
Zawatsky is how many syllables? 3. It's too many syllables. Zawa sounds okay. So
then if you're calling him Zella. If you're calling Zella Ryan Zella, like it's just a little confusing.
Zella Ryan.
Ever since Haas got that yellow card in his pocket, there he's
like, I only play games that are one syllable. Coob.
I think
just go.
He's getting cocky over there.
Sock.
No, I know what you mean. Before we talk personnel, I think we should do a quick break. We're gonna have a Schaefer beer, and then we'll do second half and talk personnel. Okay, we'll be right back.
This episode of the Upper 90 Club is brought to you, as always, by Supporter Supply Company. Hi, friends, this is your good pal Morgan Hughes, here to talk to you about a serious issue facing 96% of all crew supporters in Columbus. Why, not enough free shipping, of course. For a limited time now, through the eventual heat death of the universe, Upper 90 Club listeners can use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z on the end of it, at checkout for free delivery on absolutely any order over $10. But Morgan, what if I order $10 worth of stickers, or those goddamned buttons, or some other combination of small items that make you want to kill yourself? Will the free shipping still apply then, even as you curse our family, while you package up our little tiny annoying ass order for us? Of course it will. That's just how much we here at Supporter Supply value our friends at the Upper 90 Club. So head on over to supportersupply.co and use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z at checkout for free shipping on all your orders over $10. And don't forget to tell them that your friends at the Upper 90 Club sent ya.
All right, we're back. So I was gladly reminded by Mort coming out of halftime that my prediction was in the money, 2-0. And I was glad to see at the end of the game that St. Louis did not score any goals. Unfortunately, I did not get the prediction because some unfortunate events, but many near misses on our side too unfolded in the second half. Trey, give us like a synopsis of the second half, and then we can chime in, and then I think we have some personnel things to talk about too.
Yeah, I really think leading into the second half, it was just more of the same from the first half. They were really controlling play, swinging the ball from left to right, definitely in the front foot as we were attacking. And St. Louis really couldn't put much together. Even when they were pushing it down the left, Yaw was tracking them. Zawadzki was coming over and making a lot of big plays. And I was way off with my prediction of a 3-2 St. Louis win.
Shame.
That being said,
fair weather fan, a far weather fan.
we had so many good looks in the second half, right? I mean, probably more than even in the first half.
Yeah.
Specifically in between, because I rewatched between the 70th minute and 80th minute was just a barrage. Like I just kept thinking, like, it was just back and forth. It's just Nazi ball at its finest.
I mean, 53rd minute, Ramirez.
The possession domination was good.
Ramirez scored in the 53rd, but Yeboah was offside. He had that low shot to the keeper's left.
Yep.
Near post was in the 59th minute.
That was on goal too. That angle from behind the goal, he slotted that.
Oh yeah.
And Cucho had the shot that we were talking about that was Morris's ball into Farsi, where Farsi laid it back to Cucho.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yao's ball across
easily could have had 4 or 5 goals.
Did you all catch those little finesse moments from Morris? There's one where Morris turns and he just like skips through 2 guys, and it was in the 3 guys, and then pass it on in the first half. Zelarayan had some. I don't even know how he did it. He did like a pullback turn, and just. So I never saw the replay of it though, but when it happened, I was like, "What did just happen?"
Yeah,
it was nutmeg the guy too, I think, or I don't know.
Can't stop smiling.
There was a Nagby ankle breaker too.
Oh yeah,
that one went viral. Yeah.
Sniper.
And you saw the guy when it happened. He was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be all over the internet."
Yeah,
ankle was broken, but his soul was crushed.
Yeah, I think GC Bag was like, he's got a family, Nagby. Careful. It's so funny.
70th minute, we did see Chiberko come in, our new defender that we signed really before the window opened. He came on for Ya, and at the same time JRR came on for Lucas. Yep. So what do you guys think of the new guy?
It's interesting. So what happened was Rowe came in, and that was kind of a like for like, right? And then Chiberko came in for Amundsen or for Yao and pushed Amundsen up to the left, like wing, and he went out left fullback or left center back. I rewatched when he came in from 70 until 90. I was impressed. I was impressed with he didn't lose an aerial duel. He didn't lose a ground duel, which he didn't have that many, but still, like, he was sharp. He had a couple, I think he played, it was either Cucho or it was Max later on. He had like a chip over some guys right out. That was real cheeky. That looked really good. And I thought he did really well on the left side. In my opinion, after this, I'd like to see him start and play the entire Murica game and get him some more minutes. But if he pans out, the depth lineup, we'll get to it obviously, but would be him and then Amundsen and then Viacia. In which case,
I thought it was he didn't stand out. For me, it didn't really stand out or do anything wrong. The problem I had a little bit was like I couldn't tell if it was him or Amundsen.
Or Amundsen, yeah.
He's
taller. He's a little bit taller.
They kind of look a little similar in the way they play, and of course you would used to see Amundsen there. Amundsen struggled maybe a little bit going a little forward. He was kind of getting used to that again. But that's
man.
But that's his position. So, but now that looks he looked good.
It's interesting.
I'm happy to have depth.
I will. We'll get to depth in personnel here in a little bit, but I definitely want to dive into that.
Yeah, we could talk. We saw Arfston come in for Ramirez in the 81st, and then
this.
Go ahead.
Well, I'd say that this is a little bit problematic because he's also a very heavily. We have a lot of left-footed players on the field at this point. At that point, it was like Amundsen left foot. Chaburko heavily left footed, and then on the right side you had Viacia heavily left footed, and then right ahead of him was Max heavily left footed. And if you go back and rewatch it's really awkward because they don't play with both their feet, so the way they have to like shape and make runs, it looked very awkward.
And I know where you're going with this, but I will argue that most teams are very heavily right-footed, and it doesn't seem to be a problem.
The right side of the field is larger than the left.
Yeah, okay, so that's why. Yeah,
usually
we play in Yankee Stadium.
City Field. It was City Field where New York played again, which was also a joke. I think if you're like, he's not a player that cuts in. When he's on the left, I think he does really well. When he's on the right and he has to cut in, that's not his game. So I was like, and it wasn't a big deal until our own goal. Did we already go through the own goal?
We didn't.
Nope, we didn't.
Kick it.
We didn't. Set it up, Haas. Came from a corner, right?
Yeah, 84th minute corner kick.
Came from Viacia losing the ball. That was the very scary one where he literally just kicked it into two guys right ahead of him, and they were like almost on a fast break. And if it wasn't for Zawadzki coming back, it would have been
when he got burned.
That was the worst play total of the game for us, like scariest. Like, so it came from that, which isn't good.
So yes, corner kick from the left side. I don't understand exactly what happened with Russell Rowe, but it seems like he like lost the ball or just swung at it and missed and hit it. Did it hit his plant foot and like skip off his heel?
It went in between his legs.
It was like a fancy accidental chip shot.
You're right.
It was
instinct. It was
perfectly placed. Perfectly placed.
Well, it was a near post
up and over bush.
It was awkward. I chalked this up to just it being super unfortunate. The ball came in to Giannaccio, right? The player that just got subbed on, the U.S. men's national team player. He's a good player. He goes to like flick it on, but just completely misses it. It's like almost a dummy by accident. So he misses it. It looks goofy. And then Russell Rowe has like, half a second to kind of figure it out. And he kind of puts his body there, but it just happens to like hit between his legs and pops up and hits his heel and goes like chips over the goalkeeper. It was what some might call circus time.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to commend you on not launching into a 100% U.S. men's national team
diatribe. So hard.
We were both like, "Where's he going?"
Here we go.
Eyes were like rolling back behind your back.
Setting an alarm for 10 minutes. Okay.
Did it?
At least it wasn't beating around the bush, you know.
Yeah. It was full bush.
Pun on the keeper.
That was unfortunate.
Dad Crosby.
I think did somebody here guess 2-1?
No,
they must have.
I had 2-2.
Somebody always says 2-1. No,
yeah, I normally do, and everyone makes fun of it. I did a heavy 3-2, but we did have two people guess it right.
2 followers on the Twitters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting stuff for Ben's house.
Yeah.
Jay Cedarblum and Inui.
Yeah.
Both predicted the 2-1 win.
And those guys have been with us since. Those are our ride or dies. Those are some of the early.
They're gonna get a butterscotch colored plush toilet seat cover from Ben's house.
The other one's getting 2 pieces of tape with my hair in between them.
All right.
The last of it.
Anything else to say? We good here? We good on the game?
I've been saving it.
Yeah, I mean, we lost a little shape at the end. But never really. I was never really that nervous. So we saw that.
3 minutes after that, I was kind of nervous. But man, at the end, there was, I think, 3 clear-cut opportunities we should have put away. One was that Russell Rowe one that came across. Farsi
man,
put it across. God. Which again, in the last 1/8 of the field, Farsi struggled this game. But specifically, that was he did a really good job. He put it perfect, and
that short corner. where Cucho pops it up over the defender and then shoots it basically on the end line, and the keeper has to make a save.
Such a
it's
good
like
shot.
the worst angle for a shot,
and
ever,
it almost went in, and then and Farsi wasn't like. I mean, that's not his fault. It came across like it was just a tap in, but the Russell Rowe one that came across, the goalie made a great save. It was kind of like he kind of hit it, it popped up, and the goalie was able to make the save. But man, that could have ended it.
Yeah, Kucher should take corner kicks. He tries to shoot from everywhere, and he's trying to shoot from the corner kicks.
Yeah. So, game over. I do want to talk a little bit about personnel, and I want to start out by asking Dande Estal-Matan. He wasn't even on the bench, and he's not injured. And that makes me think we are shopping him.
He's also not Spanish, right?
He's not. No. He doesn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
No,
but
I've been doing. I'm almost up on a year of doing Duolingo, and I'm going to hablar español todos los días.
And we talked about
señoros.
To your point, Ben, we talked about it last week too. Why didn't he come on the field?
Yeah,
he would have been an obvious choice. Mm-hmm. He was being an obvious choice to play, and he didn't come on the field. And now he's not even on the bench. Good point. I didn't even think about it.
It's weird.
It's hard to see.
He's been performing so well after the. I mean, we've talked about it so many times. I feel like throughout this year. So why now?
Yeah, I have no idea.
How many even regular season games do we have left? Like 12?
Is this the reason they brought Russell in?
Who's even in season? I mean, I guess it is the window currently, right? So maybe he's looking for a bigger move, which, fair play to him. But also, I spent so much time making that black metal guy with him, the helmet on, that it was. It was just very frustrating to see him not play or not be on the bench, because I literally spent like probably 4 hours on that.
So the season he has been having, and I don't think we can go back and look at the how much he's paid, but my guess is he might be looking for a payday. So this is an opportunity. He's in kind of getting into that age where he can probably land a pretty good deal. So that might be a part of it.
Do you not think we'd pay him? Like after the performance from this year, would we not give him an increase?
I think it would be a bad call based on his skill set if we let him go. That's my opinion. Like he like I said, he's not a winger, he's not a striker. He's really good in this front three type situation where he has freedom. He does really well, and I'm not entirely convinced that like Cucho and Zelli are going to be here next year, or Ramirez. At any point, one of them could go down. And I mean, Max is good. Russell Rowe's really good. But I mean, he just, I don't know.
I think Zelli is here to stay. I think because of his age, he doesn't, as long as he has a good payday and love it here, I don't see him going. Cucho is a different discussion. Oh yeah, he might talk about having one last career like last season at home
or whatever,
which is a possibility.
Well, apparently all you have to do is ask, and the crew are going to let you go, because that's basically what Degan did.
And Room, and I don't know.
But again, talking about personnel.
We never really talked about Room. That predates the Deganek thing. Room didn't play forever, right? He lost his what's it called?
Billy Baldwin.
Fetty Wap.
Wally Pip.
Fetty Wap. Yeah. Is it Billy Pip? Willie Pip?
Wally.
All right.
Wally pipped.
Yeah, so he lost his spot and he went back. Where did he go? Netherlands?
Vitesse. In the Netherlands.
Yeah. Okay. And then yes, most recently Deganek returned to his former club.
Took a pay cut to leave.
Yeah. We got him for 500, and I think we sold him on for 550. So he played really well for his whatever year and a half he was here, 2 years, and we were able to make money.
But I think he was taking up 800,000 in cap space.
Probably. At this point, honestly, Zawatsky, you have to start him at center back. That guy is a freaking monster. Like, he's playing so well.
But we're back to
playing people out of
not
position.
Enough center backs. Not enough center backs.
I would say those, if you look at the bench, Of course, with the ones we've talked about, the ones coming in. I don't know if we mentioned Max Arfston coming in at the end as well. But I mean, on the bench, Kevin Molino, Luis Diaz, Parente, Medranda, Williams, Quinton, Morera, Schulte.
Yeah, Murica.
That's a lot of players on that bench. So we had healthy players now. A lot of them are maybe not who we want there. Yeah. I would say 50-50 on the players on the bench. Some are old and some are just
short. They sound short, save for Quinton, who lost his spot, right?
Quinton, I will
Williams
to Quinton.
is a little taller, but you're not Quinton?
I'm not Quinton.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Okay.
You should.
We got time. I'm confused on why he isn't back at Crew 2 playing every game.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's on the first team.
Shame.
I mean, I guess they can send him down easier than they can bring him up.
Yeah, if I don't know. Like, if he's not playing that game, like play the next day, that's what they were doing. Like Medranda did that, Molina did that, Diaz did
Leagues Cup seems like the right place to play him. I mean, do any of you honestly want to go on far into this tournament, or just participate the minimal amount of matches and get rest until MLS picks back up?
I am always trying to win. It's kind of that's how I am. I'm not like, I mean, that's my thing. I know Tracy's like, I don't care about any tournament. It's like, well, okay.
Williams could use playing time,
but
I don't want anybody to get hurt, especially like coming back in. I guess that's the biggest thing. I don't mind not doing well, but I want to see the crew play soccer.
Well, you don't want to tank it.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have 8 days between the games here too. So it could be a nice little thing. We don't know what it will mean.
Based on how they structured this tournament in terms of giving it the All-Star break plus 2 weeks after, they're not fitting it in like they do the Open Cup on Wednesdays. Go for it. I mean, if you're going to do well, do well. It'll give you time to bring in, I mean, such as Gressel. Get Gressel in, bring him in, play him against Club America, get him some time.
Yeah, that's
another thing we haven't mentioned.
Traburco in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Julian Gressel was signed last week, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That is a Bez wet.
I think that's the reason that Matan. I think the reason Gressel is here is the reason Matan maybe isn't playing. Matan's on the front foot, out the door.
Yeah, but isn't it different positions? Is the talk about Gressel that he's going to come in and play like wing back?
Yes.
So Farsi spot or
yes.
No, it's wing back. He's a wing back. I think that's what they're going to do. They were talking about
like come in for Yeboah or Farsi.
It'd be Farsi,
and then they are the depth.
Yeah, they were saying that he could even be like a 6 or something like that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But again, the weird part about this tournament is like, I want to go see the depth kind of play, but like, I don't want to see, in my personal opinion, I don't want to see like a lineup that rolls out that's like Molino, Diaz, Quinton. You know what I mean? Like, the guys you just read off. Like, I don't want to see a starting lineup like that. Like, we're just gonna like mail it in, phone it in. Who cares?
I think
I would much rather have Matan.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we had talked about previous episodes
than Molino
in terms of the season taking it seriously. I don't want to see Molino out there. I want to see 70% of the squad. Rotate Schulte out. Rotate Morera out. Give a couple of guys a break, but keep the squad. Yeah, and honestly, the team he put out on the field last night / this morning got the job done against one of the best teams in the league. So that's a good standard to have, that the guys that you're bringing in and you're replacing 30% of your squad, and they're getting the job done.
Yeah, I guess you only took out one player, right? Steven Morera and Patrick Schulte, of course, but the two players that you took out. And to your point, Diaz, good player, doesn't fit the system, can't do the defensive job. We talked about it. What's the difference with him and Yao? the main thing is Yao does what he needs to do to get home. He does the job to go all the way back. Diaz have proven he doesn't do that. He lost his confidence. He's not in a good place now. He can still maybe be a wild card because I'd much rather put him on late than Jimmy Medranda, which I don't know what he's doing here. I haven't seen anything except for that random goal from him this season that justifies a place in this team.
He was on the field for 45 seconds.
Yeah. And he looked confused when it happened too. He was like, "Oh, look at what happened." You know?
I might have started Rowe. I mean, I think it'll be interesting the next game. Like, let's say Club America goes out and beats St. Louis. So the next game,
they play Thursday night.
Yeah, they play Thursday.
Just to throw that out there, they play Thursday against St. Louis, Club America.
So if America wins, that means St. Louis isn't going on, and the top 2 teams go on. So the game on Monday means less. So we could roll out like Russell Rowe, Molino, give Traburco, out there. Let's get Bush out there. You can do a bigger squad rotation because the game means less. Like you automatically will go on to the next game, right? It's the top 2 of the 3.
Yes.
So like
I want to see Traburco get
the full,
either a start or like a full half.
Agreed.
Okay. So I think we're good on personnel. I do want to jump over it. Do you guys have the Crew 2 thing pulled up?
Yeah, I'm pulling up to see if they're still playing.
It looks like
it got scratched.
It got scratched.
Yeah, postponed.
Oh, I don't know how to use the internet. Okay. Well, then let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll go through the predictions. And in lieu of the Crew 2 update from Bird, please just put in some kind of stock audio of birds or something. We'll be right, Trap.
Sorry, I'm here for business. Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo.
Discord.gg/crew96.
That's discord.gg/crew96. Join today.
All right, we're back. Mort, we heard through our conversation in the last segment that nobody won, and I should have won.
The Crew won.
Although none of this really matters, right? Well, this doesn't count toward our season.
Not to Tracy.
Total, right?
He hates the league.
Separate.
He thinks it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But the listeners won.
The listeners
yeah, there's
won,
2 people going to get secrets, and I want them
win
to post
every
what I
week.
get. I got to find what I want to give them.
You're just going to write a secret. You're going to write a secret on a paper.
I'm going to write the word secret. Drink more Ovaltine. I hate this podcast.
Okay, so are you going to do the results? Tell us what happened.
Oh, yeah. So everybody got it wrong. That's all I have.
Did we all predict a win, though?
No, we did not all predict a win. So Trey thought we would lose 2-3. So losing at home.
God.
Ben thought the opposite. Thought we would win 3-2. Haas was going for a 1-1 tie. And Morris, you went for 2-0. You were in the money. I had 2-2. So I was kind of hoping for a little bit like, hey, can we go to penalty and then win? But then I realized if you go to penalties and win, you only get 2 points.
Well, you get 2 points. Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of like that rule.
So it's kind of like a hockey situation.
It's the same thing that happens in MLS Next.
Oh, okay.
But
should list the bird more.
Okay. Well, I don't think JRR had another one in him, so that did not come to pass. So
he almost did.
Let's jump to Club America. We're playing in a week from today, which is 2 days ago from when this is published.
Monday the 31st.
You got to stop with this every single time. You're like, it's today and it's tomorrow, and then there's a game.
Yeah, it's like a Bond movie title. Okay, so let's go around. Club America, they're a good team, right? I mean,
they've played 2 games
that's what I'm trying to find.
In their season so far. They lost their first one 2-1 to Juarez. They won their second one 3-0 against Puebla. They had a game in between that was canceled or postponed due to pitch conditions. So they've only played 2 of their what should have been 3 games.
Pitch conditions.
They had a concert at the Querétaro.
They had a
The text is very small on my screen right now. I
Call
don't
an
know.
ambulance.
I don't know Liga MX teams.
You can talk to me.
I know-
I've been doing
I know some
Duolingo
of
for a
them.
hot one.
Okay.
Yeah, Querétaro. Look at it.
All right. So what do you think? Haas.
Yeah.
What's the score going to be, bud?
Senor Haas.
Who? I'm gonna
Cube
go
America.
2-1. 2-1 Crew.
Creative.
Okay.
I am scared of. I know this is a little sidebar of what the stadium's going to look like and how much Club America yellow there's going to be over Crew yellow.
Oh, we just dealt with that with Nashville. We're going to do great.
No,
Yeah.
when Cruz Azul showed up last time on a midweek game, it was way more Cruz Azul fans than Crew fans.
Yeah. I know they said it a couple of times, but Club America is probably the biggest club on our side of the world. Like, it maybe, I mean, they're top 10 in the whole world for sure.
As far as following and whatnot, I know that Greg Berhalter was linked to coaching there, and that was kind of a thing.
Oh, they must be falling from grace.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. No.
Over there.
Sorry, we can get back to the predictions.
I'm just joking.
Trey, what's the score going to be?
2-1 Crew.
Oh,
jeez.
well, should we all just say 2-1 Crew? That's not what we do.
More. Nothing matters. What's the score going to be?
Well, the technicality here is that we actually are the away team. If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
I read that.
more
I'm
than
like,
likely,
okay.
more than likely, Club America going to play in yellow. So, which we hate. So we're going to get really angry, and we're going to go out and we're going to punch them in the face. If you look at some of his results, MLS is doing all right, except for Austin, which is awesome. So we go for 4-1 Crew. No, 3-1.
3-1. You were almost confident.
Thank you for pulling that back.
Just kidding. 3-1.
And so, explain to me how we are away.
So technically,
neutral site.
Technically, this is a neutral site.
Yeah, we're playing
They don't
in
want us playing at the
Columbus,
Azteca.
Ohio.
That Spanish is paying off, Ben.
I paid $0.
Ohio. Okay. Yeah.
All right. What's the score going to be, Ben?
Well, I'm just
2-1.
looking at their team. So they have Alex and Dejas, which is interesting. They have Henry Martin, which is Mexico's striker. Because I'm trying to get a sample size, but they've only played 2 games. I can only find 2 games. What'd they do the season prior? Does anybody know? The first season of the year or whatever?
Not sure they did well in the Clausura or the Lazarus.
I mean, Jonathan
It's
Dos Santos. Like,
embarrassing.
they have a lot of Mexican
Lazarus?
Lazarus.
They played at the old Lazarus site.
Yeah,
I saw him at
Center.
Jason Penny's.
City Center.
Now it's a J. Crew outlet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
it's just
2-2.
Crew.
We
Columbus
win
J.
on
Crew.
penalties.
Ooh, how do I do this?
2-2 on penalties?
2-2
wins-
and we win on penalties.
we win
Columbus
on
Crew
penalties.
wins on penalties.
We're just calling the full-time score, though. So if it ends 2-2, you still are correct.
It doesn't matter.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
send myself
we're
something
gonna
from
lose
my own house.
0-2.
Ooh.
Wow. Because we're away.
Exactly.
I see the group.
And none of our players speak Spanish, so we're not going to know our way around. And
No, our players.
There's a guy on their team whose market value is $20,000. That seems.
so you could
unfair.
buy like let's see, I'm not going to do the math, but let's just say you could buy approximately 600,000 of them instead of one Mbappe.
Yeah. So he's not on the team, is what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah, he works at Lazarus.
Adjusted for
Everybody else is, like, in
inflation
the
in
millions.
1980. Okay. Well, let's see. So I think we're gonna get out of the group. I think we're gonna get out of the group. And
Wow, bold prediction with a win under Armour.
So then, how does this? How many teams are in the knockout? Is it still like 32 teams in a knockout tournament? If they're only slicing one team out of all the 3-team groups, and what are there, like 40 some teams?
It's two teams come out of the 3.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're all 3-team groups.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like a 32-team single elimination.
Yeah, I feel like isn't this kind of the new World Cup? Like they're also testing the new World Cup, like where they have 3 teams instead of 4 teams in the group stages, and 2 come out. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty smart. So yeah, I don't even know. I'm not entirely sure what this even looks like. I have no clue.
I'm pretty smart. Here? I don't know.
We gotta end it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
This is
I'm looking
dumb.
at.
Let's keep talking about what could be.
I hope we get out of this tournament so we don't have to.
I hope we get out of this podcast.
All right, go, vamos, crew.
Yeah, there you go. Ay, Dios mío, muy bien, Mars.
Go crew.
Go
crew. Thanks everyone for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week, even in the off season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go crew.
Easy.
I did Columbus Crew.
Scoremar.com.
I spelled Columbus wrong.
Columbus. Oh, Columbus Crew scores. No wonder.
I just want to go back and listen. I'm like, so can someone tell me what's going on with the Crew 2 game?
Is it postponed? Is it? I don't know.